Good morning from New York. Uncle Dan here with Randy and Brian Padden and Mr. Christopher Patrick. We had 15, 16 people on the last call. We'll see what happens here, Randy.
Packed house.
Yeah, you want to set it up again, my friend?
Sure, I'll be glad to. Christopher and Brian and everybody knows what we're going to be talking about. Brian does, but Christopher, let me tell you a little bit about what got us to where we're at right now with the screen that you have on in front of you with Dan. We were talking over the last several weeks, Dan and Danny and my owner and all that about what we call deferred work. Deferred work is work that never gets done. Maybe we've suggested it at the time that the person was in front of us, or maybe they brought their car in and we calling them back and telling them about the good news of their car. And now we're also suggesting some additional work to be done, but people put it off to another date. And it came up, but we're just not really good about scheduling way out there, maybe even a week or two. That's not way out there, but even if the people say, well, I can't do it this month, and we're not good about following or going on forward and making that commitment to get it done at a later date. Well, we started really looking at that and realizing that the deferred work that we were pushing back was hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, if not millions of dollars a year.
Oh
It's
no, it is.
huge.
You have 6 stores, Randy, and
Mm-hmm.
didn't we do the math with deferred work now at current rates, as good as you guys are doing, and you're killing it. You're doing really great work, but you're leaving
Well,
7 or 8 million on
$7.4
the table.
million is what we felt that we left, but we're realistically we're probably leaving 8 million. Okay, dollars on the table that of deferred work, and when it was some of it's got to come back. Well, we got to looking and some of it did come back, but it was just a baby spit in the bucket of what we were actually leaving out there. So
Yeah,
some of it we realized we never will get back. It'll be major work that never will happen. But the reality is that we weren't doing our job at making a commitment to the client and to the company and to ourselves about setting a specific time in the future to take care of it. And so that's what
yeah,
started this conversation we're having right now.
yeah. So the average shop, and I've known this for 20 years, since I got in the business in 1998, right? That if you have a shop that does 200,000 a month, you're leaving 100 to 150 on the table in deferred work. Every shop is like that. They all are. The customer leaves. They came in for an oil change, and then your inspection showed that they needed brakes and tires, and they they leave without getting anything, right? That's this number over here. So the reason I have the dentist on the board is on the screen is because dentists have become really good at scheduling, and the dentist is the doctor. So if you're sitting, and this goes for anybody, hey Mitch Mitchell, how are you, buddy? Good to see you. If you are sitting, this is you. This is Mitch Mitchell right here, sitting in the dentist chair, right? This is Mitch having some work done, like we all do. Maybe he's just in for regular cleaning, and the dentist says to you, Mitch, that wisdom tooth, it's going to cause us problems if we don't get it fixed. So what I want you to do on your way out, see Linda and schedule an appointment for next week, and I'll fix the wisdom tooth for you. And what do you say, Mitch?
Funny you say that. I actually am having problems with my wisdom.
Okay.
Kind of like you jinxed me there.
That's funny. No, but if the dentist looks you in the eye, Mitch, and says, Mitch, I want to see you next week, schedule an appointment with Linda, what do?
You go ahead and make that appointment. So you commit to that appointment. So it kind of sets up your future
But
visit.
why? Well, let me ask you a question. Why do you make the appointment? Why do you do that?
Well, I'm assuming it's based on what the dentist sees. I'm assuming he saw something that kind of caught his attention. So he kind of brings it up to you and be like, well, you definitely want to come on in and have that checked out so we could take a little further look to see what's going on. So
Well, it's not that he's going to fix it. He doesn't say it's a good idea. Maybe you should come in. He says,
yeah, you
I'm
need to
going to
come in.
fix that tooth for you.
Yeah.
I'm going to fix it for you, right? He's because he's This guy is your doctor. He's part of your team. If he says for you to do something, you do it. Right? So now we go over to the auto repair and tire guy. That's you, right? Let me go over to the workbook. Your job is to become their car guy. Your job is to be their doctor. So when you tell them, listen, your car's in great shape. At the same time, I want to do front brake maintenance and I want to put a set of tires on it. I can have it all done for you today. Out the door, it's only $1,265 out the door. And most of the time they go, okay. Why? Because you're the doctor. You're taking what I'm speaking. I want to speak forcefully about this because I want all of you guys to realize that you are in charge. You are the doctor. You have the knowledge. The customer doesn't know. Just like the dentist talking with you about your teeth, you got to take his word for it because he's the expert. You're the expert, and you had your ASC certified technician do the inspection on the vehicle. He's an expert. So you have all the knowledge and you have everything. So then it's just a case of right here. You see where it says, I want to be your car guy. That conversation about being the car guy has to be there from the beginning. From that very first call, you got to take on that mindset that you are their car guy. You're in the right place, Mitch. My job is to take care of you. My job is to keep you on the road, and that's what I do. So I want you to come down here. So on the inbound call, you get them to come in. Right. And now we're talking about what Randy said. We don't want to leave anything on the table. Right. We don't want to leave it on the table. So the question is, and sometimes they're going to decline you, but then it's just a case of managing the work. So here's the exercise. Here's what we're going to practice today, Mitch. Right. You're going to call up Randy's the customer. And you're going to call up Randy in his office or at his home, wherever he is. And you're going to tell him about the work that has to be done on his vehicle. He's going to push back on you. And when he pushes back on you, he's basically going to say, no, I'm not going to get it done today. I don't want any kind of financing or payment plans. What you got to do is come back with a commitment to reschedule the work at some other date. And you got to be specific about it. That's the exercise for today. Is that clear, Mitch?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
That being said, Mitch, I still, like Dan said, we don't want to bypass box one. When you see that, tell me something good right up there. We don't want to bypass that. You still want to tell them everything you know about the vehicle, how that you've looked it over, done everything, and we're doing your oil change or whatever. But however, we do want to do a little brake maintenance, something like that. That's what I'm looking for you to do something like that. Present it to me, and whatever you say, I'm going to react to. Okay.
All right.
Okay. So you just like pretend you're calling me back on the phone.
Ring, ring, ring.
Hello.
Hey, good afternoon, Brian.
Yes.
Hey, good afternoon, Brian. This is Mitch at Outbound Tire Pros. Just
Yeah.
giving you an update on your vehicle. We checked out your Toyota Corolla. We did that oil change for you. Right now, my technician is in the process of topping off your fluids and checking your tail lights and your signal lights, just making sure everything else is secure and proper. One thing he did notice in the complete inspection he's doing for you is your brake pads are getting pretty low. You're down to about 90% worn down. And if you like, while we got it in the shop, we go ahead and take care of that brake service for you as we still got it in here and take care of that for you today. And
Well, how much is that?
the brake service, we currently have a special going right now. It's $169.99. That includes replacement of your brake pads, resurfacing of your rotors, comes with a 2-year, 24,000-mile warranty. And like I said, we can definitely get that squared away in about 45 minutes to an hour.
Well, that sounds like a pretty good special there, to be honest with you. But listen, I'm kind of crunched for time. You think I can make it for a little while with it? Because I don't know if I can get it done right now.
I mean, you definitely can. I wouldn't suggest pushing it, but like I said, we got it in the shop already. We could definitely get you out in about 30 to 45 minutes, get you back on the road safely. You don't have to worry about scheduling anything in the future. We get you rolling.
I'm crunched for time, man. I'm on my way down there to pick it up right now. I'll be honest with you.
Okay. Okay, no problem, Brian. Well, do keep it in mind that your brake pads are getting pretty low, and we can go ahead and when you come on by, set it up for an appointment for next Monday.
Well, okay, that
Monday
might be
morning,
doable.
8 o'clock.
What time?
8 o'clock Monday morning, and like I said, it take 30 to 45 minutes. We get you in, get you back out. You don't have to lose any time in your day. If you need to, we can give you a ride to work and pick you back up, so you don't have to, lose anything at all. No time in your day.
Oh, that'll be all outstanding if you can do that. I'll talk to you when I get down there, okay?
Not a problem, Brian. I'll see you in a bit.
Okay, great job too, by the way. I want to stop you right there. That was a great job. Now, let's get a little bit more specific though. This is what this practice is about.
Uh-huh.
Knowing that you're going to approach it that way, knowing that you can, and knowing that you've already practiced it, so this is going to get easier and easier and easier. When somebody does that, go into a little bit more of a specific time frame because the rest of it was, to me, was really good. What I mean by that is that you carried me through the process, how you could do it, what it costs. But I might go a little bit further than that, even Mitch. I might when I came back and I wouldn't allow him to ask me how much it was. I'd already have that already figured out, know exactly what I was going to tell him. So basically, we've talked about this in some of the other training sessions, is that when you get to that point, go ahead and have everything laid out so there's no questions they can ask that you haven't already answered for them. So we'll practice that as we go on, but get kind of specific with the time frame. Because go Dan, have you got your screen up where you can go back and show that promise on the in the language up there about what we do where we make promises
Yeah,
and yeah, commitments to promises. Can you put that up there just for a second?
sure.
I want to show them what we were talking about earlier in the earlier session. Watch what right here, right here. You see that where it says in that promise right there, Mitch? Okay, it says right there in a specific time frame.
Yeah.
Okay, that's why it's so important to give them a particular date and time when you can get it done for the future. If you had that already ready to roll, like you knew he might be going to push you back a little bit, just assuming that, don't assume it at the beginning, but have it ready to pull it out in case he does. I'm going to accept it a lot easier, kind of like the dentist does.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, and he's all right. Go up there and get a time set. Well, we're going to already have the time set that we want you to come back in case you push us back. Let's try it one more time.
Or yeah. So, yeah. So, but you can also say, you know what? Okay, I want to get you back in here, Randy, or Brian, whatever your name is.
Well,
Um,
that's fine. I
Let
was
me
going to
check
go by
my
whatever.
schedule. I'm just going to look to see what other openings I can do to accommodate this for you because I really do want to get this handled for you. Right. So then you put them on hold and come. I say, look, I've got to know. And then you come right back and it's do the choice close all over again. There's no problem doing that.
I was gonna say
Sure.
it's good practice. Always be closing. Always go back to the choice close, like I've said
Always.
before. When
Right.
in doubt, offer a choice close. And
Yeah.
then
He
if he
said
still
many
says
times.
no, then tell him, hey, I'll call you in a week. I'll call you in 2 weeks, and we'll schedule something out. So you close on a phone call at least.
Yep. Right. Something.
Something that paints the future,
Yep.
something that will show them that you're concerned about getting it done at a particular date in the future. That's the important thing, I think, is what we're trying to stress here is as let me give you an example of this, Mitch, real quickly. And Ray Ball's on here, and now and he can hear us. Jeremiah Thompson, listen, what we're saying here is we're same day auto repair. We've been doing some math. We've been studying it for a while. We know we leave millions of dollars on the table a year of work that never gets done. And Ray knows what I'm talking about. I've talked to him about it personally. The deal is we do the math, somewhere between $7.4 million and $8 million that we recommend work to do that never gets done. We realize we're not going to get all that back, never. Okay, that's just the way it is. However, our efforts are not as good as they should be about making a commitment to have it done in the future at a specific time, a
Correct.
week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks away. We need to set a time that actually paints them a picture of when we want to do it.
Yep. Let's
Does
hear
that make
Ray.
sense?
Randy, let work with Ray. Let's hear Ray work it.
Okay, Ray, are you available? Hello, Ray.
Let
Ray Ball.
Jeremiah. Let Jeremiah go.
Jeremiah's available.
I'm always available for you guys.
There you go, Jeremiah. So you've been listening for a little bit, right, Jeremiah?
Yeah, I came in a few minutes late, but I heard the gist of it. Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, let's try this and let's go for it. Here we go. I'm going to be the customer, and you're going to call me back on the phone. Tell me about my car that I got in there. All right.
All right.
And all the good things and the bad things, good, the bad, and the ugly. Okay. Go for it.
Fair enough. Ring-a-ling-ling.
Hello.
Hey, Randy, this is Jeremiah down here at your neighborhood Tire Pros BP Car Care. How you doing today, sir?
I'm gonna make it all right, Jeremiah.
Very good, Randy. Well, let me just tell you, brother, we got your F-150 up in the air doing the oil change, and my technician looked it over, and he said he's got really good news for you. The tires checked out really good. You're right at about 830 seconds on those, so no need to replace those anytime soon. Air filters look good, belts look good, all the lights checked out. The only thing we really ran across that needs to be addressed is that your front brake pads are getting pretty thin, brother.
Let me stop you. Let me stop you right there. The only thing that I ran across that needs to be addressed, that's one way to say it. At the same time, you did a great job here in box 1. At the same time, what I want to do for you, read what it says here. This is designed by design, and this also is for Mitch. What I want to do for you today, Randy, in addition to the work we've got going on, is and then lay it out here. What I want to do for you, not what needs to be addressed, but why? Because I'm your car guy.
Gotcha.
The dentist doesn't say we got to address this. He says, come in next week. I'm going to fix it for you.
Right.
Right. That's what and then you show up next week. So you do the same thing. That's the whole point of this. That's why this is written like this. What I want to do for you, Randy, is blah, 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 whatever it is, right? The reason I want to do it, give him the evidence. All right, so start over and work this approach right here, specifically.
Gotcha.
Right? Go ahead.
You want me just pick up in box 2, or do you want me to start?
Oh, that's fine. Yeah. Pick up in box 2. You did a brilliant job in box
1. Okay.
Go ahead.
All right, Randy. So what I want to do for you today is I need to replace these front brake pads for you because they're getting down to about 90% worn. Now, what that's going to run for you, it's going to be right at $170. Now, the good news is you haven't gotten into the rotors, so we can still save those rotors. We can turn them for you, and that's all part of that $170. To do this job for you would take me right about 30 minutes if you want. My guy's already got it up in the air with the tires off. We can go ahead and knock it out now for you.
Well, you know what? I'm just around the corner. You caught me. I was fixing to pick it up. I thought I was just getting an oil change, so I don't know if I could get it done right now. I'm kind of in a time crunch. Got an appointment. Maybe in the future I could get it done. I don't know. How long you think I got?
Well, I tell you what, Randy, we definitely need to get this work done for you, and I'm going to help you out with it. If you can't get it done today, that's not a problem at all. Let me check my schedule real quick and see when we can get that opened up for you, okay?
Okay.
Looks like Friday at 8 o'clock in the morning, my technician's wide open. We can get your truck back in here and get those front brake pads changed. And if you need a ride to work, we do have a courtesy shuttle, so we can get you a ride to work.
I want to stop you again.
That's outstanding.
You're doing a brilliant job. Go back to the choice close.
Yep.
Say, Randy, just give him a choice close, and then say, it's not a question of if it's getting done. I love where you're coming from. I love where you're coming from on this, Jeremiah. It sounds strong. You're in control. I want to do it for you on Friday, Randy. I've got an opening at 10 or 12, which works best for you. And then be quiet.
Yep.
Does that make sense, though? See, the point is, Jeremiah, is that reality is you've got to always be thinking, I am going to do this work. I am this guy's car guy. He is depending on me. So therefore, it's not a matter of whether he's going to get it done at all. It's just when did I want him to do it? You see my point? So when you get that in your mind that this is the way it's supposed to go down, then it will just go like you want it to go. And if hey, all right, let's try that one time. Give me a time. Give me a time.
Yeah, gotcha. All right, Randy. So we'll get these brakes done for you. It's not a problem. I can get you in Friday at 8 o'clock in the morning, or I can get you in Saturday at 10 if you want to come by. We'll get it done for you.
Well, Jeremiah, I'd love to do that, sir, but I'm going to be out of town at that time. Got anything else available?
I'll tell you what, Randy, I can schedule it out for you. Looks like let me check my schedule one more time. You gonna be out of town?
I'll be back Monday.
Be back Monday. That worked just fine. It looks like Wednesday I have openings at 10 o'clock or noon.
Noon would be outstanding because I can bring it when I'm off for lunch and leave it with you.
Sounds good, Randy. Let me just get your cell phone number. I'm gonna put you down in my appointment book.
Okay, it's 918-697-1460. That's the number I gave you earlier.
Very good. Yep. And I was just gonna say that's the number I called you on, so that's a good contact number for you.
Yep,
Randy,
yep.
I got you down for next Wednesday at 12 o'clock.
All right, I'll be there, buddy.
Sounds good.
All right, thank you, man.
Excellent work, Jeremiah. I appreciate you working with us, and I appreciate what you're doing. I want to ask you a quick question.
Yes.
You said this a couple of times since we've been working with you. You said, if you would like to come down. You said, here's what you did.
Yeah.
You said, I can get it done for you here or here if you would like to get it done. Where is if you want to get it done? Is that written on here? Do you see it here anywhere?
Yes, sir. I understand.
If it's not, it's not a question.
On there.
It's not on there. It's not on there.
The reality is you're very polite and very respectful, and that's a very good attribute. I'm definitely not trying to change that attribute.
No.
I would not change that for all the money in the world. Okay, but what we're trying to stress the point here is that when somebody has put their faith in you, Jeremiah, to take care of their vehicle for them, then you need to take ownership of that.
Yes.
You need to become that guy that knows how to do the job, and they are depending on you to make the decisions for them. And when you do that, they're going to respond accordingly.
The dentist doesn't say, I'm going to take that infected wisdom tooth if you'd like to get it done. Maybe.
Right. Exactly.
And you ripped you did such a brilliant job, and you were so strong in box 1, and then you came back and you were strong in box 2, and then you say, if you would like, they have to get it done.
Right.
It's not optional. The car's not going to be. The car's not going to be safe. It's going to cost him an extra $200 the next time. In 2 months from now, he's going to have to get new rotors.
Hey, let me ask you a quick question here, Jeremiah. This is a real life situation here. So if you gave him that he needs, I need brakes. Okay, they're down to, I only have 10% left of my pads left. You're going to be hitting metal to metal, basically, is what you're telling me in a short time. So if you don't make the effort to make the appointment for him, and him being your car guy, are you going to wait till he has to spend more money? I'm not threatening you that. I'm not threatening him that way. Are you going to make be assertive enough to say, this is when I want to do it?
Right.
And then let him say, I can't do it then. Well, then let's do it here. Okay.
Right.
So that's the difference.
Yep.
Gotcha.
That's
good,
the difference.
Jeremiah, good work, man.
Great work.
Very good work.
I appreciate it.
You got some old, you see, and this is what's happening, guys. We hear it with Jeremiah, and he's doing a great job on the role play, right? And what happens is, and this is for everybody, right? We get in habits, and we say things automatically that we're not conscious of that we're saying. We're all guilty of this. If you would like to come in, it's just not strong. No, I want to get you taken care of. Time A or time B, choose. Not a question of if, it's only a question of when. Right?
You know what's
so
great about this, Jeremiah? You know what's so great about it? Jeremiah, still there?
Yeah.
I know.
We got time for somebody else to practice. Let's go to somebody else.
Ray Ball, are you with me?
I'm here.
You've been listening, right? I called on you earlier. I know you were distracted. You couldn't get to me, but that's fine. Listen, you know what we're doing. So here we go. You were on the phone right now. You're back. Okay, here you go. Well, you call me and tell me about my vehicle that you got in the Sheridan location.
All right. Ring-a-ling-a-ling.
Hello.
Hello, may I speak to Randy, please?
This is Randy.
Randy, this is Ray with Same Day Auto Repair.
Yes,
finishing up on that oil change for you. You have a great vehicle. You've been taking great care of it. I've been underneath it. I can contest to that. Noticed today that your serpentine belt up there is it's getting cracked in a couple spots. It's getting a little worn. What I'd like to do for you today is replace that belt. It's only $89.95. So with the oil change, you're looking at about $122.95 total with tax. I can get that done for you right now, get you back on the road, and then we can still pick you up at 2 o'clock today like you wanted to do. And I'd like to go ahead and move forward with that. Is that okay with you?
Ray, I would love it, man. But you know what? I meant to call you earlier. I am just down the street from you. I'm a block away. I'm picking it up in just a couple of minutes. I've had something pop up, and I've got to take it. Are you? So you're about done with the oil change already?
Yes, sir. He's putting oil in it right now, and we'll be done with it in probably about 10 minutes. And that's fine, Randy. I know we can't do it. You say you can't do it today, but how about this? I don't want this belt to break on you while you're driving, leave you stranded somewhere, not trying to scare you. So let's go ahead and set up an appointment for next week. Say it's Thursday today. What about Monday? I've got 10 o'clock available. I've got 2 o'clock available. Would that work for you?
You got a Monday is going to be another hard one for me, Ray. Have got anything else going? You got anything else?
Definitely. I've got Tuesday. I've got 9 o'clock, or I've got 1 o'clock. Which works better for you?
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock works for me. And if you need me to, I can take it.
I can do that, Ray. I'll drop it off to you again.
All right. Well, then we will see you at 9 o'clock Tuesday. And like again, if you need a ride or something, we'll get you there. We'll get you back on. I'll get this belt for you, put you back on the road safely.
I'm pulling in your parking lot right now, buddy. All right. Talk to you in a minute. Bye,
yes, sir. Thank you.
I like that exercise, Randy, that workout there. Just keep making commitments, keep making commitments, keep making commitments until finally you get to the point where there's something that's going to work for them. That's great. Ray, the same coaching that we gave to Jeremiah, you did a great job, and then you came down, and then the last thing you said was if you'd like to get that done or something to that effect.
I did, yeah.
Yeah, so it really, look, here's what I want to do, and I would reverse the order. You said you got a problem with your serpentine belt is all cracked. So there's a reason why we have this written like this. I'll tell you what I want to do, Randy, for you is some basic maintenance on your vehicle. I want to replace the serpentine belt because in our inspection, we determined it hasn't been replaced in the vehicle ever, and you got 95,000 miles on the car, and I want to replace it now because it's showing signs of significant wear.
Right.
So this is preventive. There's nothing wrong with in other words, there's nothing wrong with the car. It's just I want to replace the belt as preventive maintenance. That's all.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to make the same point, Ray. Instead of telling me what's wrong with it before, go ahead and say, this is what I want to do today. I want to change the belt on it. This is why. Okay. And I know you may not have heard your distinction there. We did. The distinction is this is what I want to do, and this is why.
Yes. This is a great format, guys. Very, very, very powerful format for you to declare what you're going to do. You might not even listen, depending on who the customer is, you might not even have to tell them why. Say, look, I'm just going to put a new serpentine belt on. It needs it.
Yeah.
You can also say to your technicians, let me tell you what I want to do. Here's what I need for you to do. I need for you to get this car done by 5, and here's why. Boom, 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 boom. Right? And so you start get this approach into your bones, because what it is, it's a declaration right here. What I want you to do, what I'm going to do for you. This is wrong, by the way. I got to change. This is not a request. I got to change this. It's not right. This is a declaration. What I'm going to do for you.
Yes. Hey, let me say one thing too. While we got this I got this in my thought process. Ray, what he just said about telling our technicians, I need this vehicle out of here by 3 o'clock. Okay. We say that a lot of times, but we don't give them the reason why. Okay. We may think they know why, but in reality is they may not quite understand it, and they look at us like, really? And then we tell them why, and they go, oh, okay, I can make that happen.
Right.
So it becomes a method, a process, a procedure for us to speak this way. And when we do, things happen, and they happen in an order the way we want them to happen, because we're in control. So when you do that with the technicians, we do it with our customers. We're not overpowering them. We're showing them that we are in control of their situation, that they've entrusted us with their vehicle to take care of it. And so if they can't get it done today, Ray, and you and I both know that happens all day long, that we
Right.
don't make that customer, we don't force them into doing something, but we take it and we just let them do it when they want to. We're not, and so this is a practice about not letting that happen. The practice is keep making commitments to get it done, and tell them why you want to do it at a specific time, even. So keep making that approach toward that commitment of getting it done. And then what happens is at the end of the month, you got $10, $15, $20,000 more worth of work done that you wouldn't have gotten. It just makes sense.
Learning this, guys, and this goes for, we're 2 for 2 for today, right? Great job, by the way, both of you, right? This is about personal power. It's about you being the doctor, like I started this off. It's about saying what I want to do for you, why I want to do it, let's do it. Conversation for action. What I want to do, why, let's do it. What I want to do, why, let's do it. You get, this is the move, this move that I've outlined right here on this page in the workbook. What page is this, Randy?
I don't even remember.
Oh, this is page 12, right in the workbook.
Down the bottom, close, yeah.
What I want to do for you, what I want you to do for me, what I want to have happen in the future is this. Boom, boom, boom. And lay it out there. Declare it. Then explain why. Well, here's why I want to do it. Here's why I need the car. Here's why. I mean, you could use this at home with your kid. You say, you know what I want to do, Johnny? I want to take you to the movies on Saturday. You know why? You know why I want to do that, Johnny? Because you're my kid and I love you and I want to take care of you. You have your room cleaned by 2 o'clock. We'll go to the movies.
Right.
Let's do it. If it's the same approach, it's about you really designing the future powerfully. This is it, guys, right here, page 12. Master it.
Great job, though. I know we missed out on Troy. Troy, I hope you come back. I'd like to practice with you. Maybe you'll get a chance to come back the next one. Okay?
Yeah.
Radio, yes, sir. I was a bit late.
Good work, Mitch. Good work,
right.
Mitch. Jeremiah, Ray, very good, guys. Very good work today.
Thanks for coming in, guys. Appreciate you very much. We'll see you. If you want to come back, we're having a good time with this. So y'all come back and listen again and participate.
I got to hear from Jeff Tucker, too. He didn't say anything. He was very quiet today. Not like him.
Jeff?
He's not there. I don't know. He says he's there.
Yeah. All right, guys.
All right, guys.
See y'all next time.
Y'all later.
Be good.
That's right.
Bye-bye.